Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my year-long project pan. But before I jump into any of the products I've been working on, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start talking about the 10 items I am currently working on. So as always, I'm gonna start with my base products, and I do have two foundations that I'm working on in this project. The first one is my Revolution Conceal and Define foundation, and I have mine in the shade F2.5. This is one, all of these products actually, I think apart from one, has been in since the start, so I've been working on this now for 2 months. And I am getting very low with this product now. I can definitely see the end of this. I do have it stored up now just to kind of be able to track my progress a bit better, and honestly when I look into it I only have a tiny bit left on the bottom. I'm sure there's a little bit of product down the sides as well, but I don't think I have too much left. Honestly, when looking at it, I think I'm below what the label is now, so I think I only have like this much left. So I'm really hoping that this will be out in the next month, especially since I've been working on this so consistently. I used it 24 times over the past month and then 30 times in the month of January. So I'm doing really well on this, and I'm expecting this to be an empty for my next update. So the second foundation that I have in this project, I've been working on really kind of consistently as well. I actually have the exact same uses both this month as well as last month with this one, and this is the Dior Air Flash foundation. So 24 uses this month and 30 uses the month before, which is quite decent. I do use this to mix in with other foundation because the Revolution foundation is slightly too light for me, and this one just makes it perfect. So that is what I'm wearing on my face today. I'm doing this combination little cocktail every morning with this, the other foundation, and then a liquid highlighter, and that's what I use as my base. So this one isn't going as quickly because I do use it as a mixer, but I'm hoping we're getting lower. I feel like we still probably have like this much left at least, so I feel like there's more in here that will take me quite a while to finish up. So this one will definitely hang in longer than this one, but I do have another few foundations that are too light for me, so I might just kind of put them in to finish this one off as soon as the Revolution one is done, or I might try this as a liquid bronzer. So we'll see what I end up doing, but I do think this will be able to be done at least by the time summer comes around, which is a bit annoying because obviously this would suit me better in summer, but it's still the wrong undertone, so I don't mind mixing it. So hopefully this won't hang around for too long, but I am at least getting some progress on it. The next product is one that is a little bit bittersweet now. That is my Becca Under Eye Corrector, and I'm very excited to share with you my progress on this because I feel like I've been doing some really good damage to it. But as you all probably know by now, Becca has actually, they're closing down in September, so this product will be discontinued, and that is a bit sad because I do quite like it, and I feel like I don't use it, but then as soon as I put it into a project, I now use it every single day. I absolutely fall in love with the product, so that is a little bit unfortunate, but I feel like I might try some other correctors instead, because I was thinking about maybe picking up a backup of this, but at the same time, it's not something that I use every single day, and if you can't get it anymore, I feel like I might as well just try some other things. And from what I've heard, the Becca Under Eye Corrector is now sold out everywhere because everyone is stocking up on it. So we'll see. I do still have quite a lot left, so let's just look at where I was last update. And this right here is where I am today, so you can definitely see that I've cleaned out this whole bit there, and I do still have a lot of product left, so this one will probably stick around for quite a few more months. But yeah, I'm just a little bit sad that this one is discontinued now. And I did actually use that corrector 25 times over the past month. The next product is also a very exciting one. This is my pressed powder. My one comes from the Makeup Gallery, and it's the Smoothly Does It pressed powder. And I said last time that I was hoping to hit pan on it, so this is where I was last month. And if you look at the comparison now, this is where I am. So you can see that I hit really good pan in this, and it's getting quite low. I still have a decent amount of product around the edges, but it is still getting thinner, so that's pretty good. I feel like with powders, as soon as you hit pan on them, they go like that, they go really fast. and it only took me an additional 8 uses to pan on it. I think I had pan on it after 48 uses in total, and I have used this powder 42 times this past month, so in total there's now 82 uses on it. It's just a really nice powder to use to kind of touch up throughout the day. I also use this to blend out my bronzer if it goes to kind of overboard, because it is a tiny bit too dark for me. I don't feel like it's horrible when I used to use it lightly, but especially underneath my eyes, it does make my concealer very much darker than my actual skin tone, so I can't use it that way. But clearly I've gotten a decent amount of usage out of it anyway, and I feel like I'm just going to continue using it that way because I have been enjoying it as like a mid-day kind of setting powder, or just like a touch-up powder, as well as like a blending powder. So that's what I've been using this one for, and it's been working really well. Next up we have my bronzer, which is the one that I kind of use with that powder. This one is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and I have used this quite a lot as well over the last month. I have really good uses on most of my products in this project this month, which is really good. Most of them are kind of everyday products for me now, but I have used this 26 times in the past month for a total of 50 uses. And this right there is where I was last month. I did have pretty good pan on it, but I hope you can see the difference now. This is where I am, and I am definitely getting some good uses out of this bronzer. It's actually getting quite hard for me to pick this up now on a brush, so I have been thinking about repressing it, but also I don't really know how to go about that in this box packaging, because I feel like that might be a bit harder to repress because of that. But we'll see. I am continuing to work on it a little bit more this way, but I think this might be the month that I have to repress it, or at least by the next update. And honestly, I only think this bronzer will hang around for maybe 2 more months before it's done, which is very exciting, because it's always nice for me to kind of use up a bronzer in my collection, because although I don't have too many, there is quite a few that I want to try, but I haven't been able to kind of justify that to myself unless I bring down the number of bronzers that I have in my collection. So I'm very excited to be so close on using this one up. So we will continue on kind of base products, and the next one I have to talk about is my blush. This one is the Clinique blushing blush powder in the shade Precious Posy. As you know, if you've seen my intro to this video, this was completely brand new when I introduced it to the project, so obviously progress is going to be very slow, but that is where I was last month, and this right here is where I am today. So I don't think you'll be able to see any difference at all on camera, but I am definitely starting to see a little bit of wear in this. I feel like the first month I could see absolutely no wear and tear in this at all. It looks brand new still, but now I can definitely see there's like some brush marks on it. I feel like it's getting a little bit lower in the middle, but nowhere close to pan. I think it's probably going to take me another like maybe 3 months to hit pan on this at least. So I did use this blush 23 times over the past month, and it is also the blush that I'm wearing today. I do have a cream blush or like a lipstick underneath my foundation, but the main blush that I'm wearing on today is this one right here. So it is quite a bright blush. I feel like I was expecting this to be a bit less bright, but it is still quite bright on the cheeks. But yeah, I got like I said, 23 uses this past month out of it, and the month before that I only used it 10 times, so 33 uses in total is good. But I'm hoping to kind of keep on that 20-25 usage each month on this product, and hopefully that way I will be able to see that pan a little bit faster. So the next product is one that I'm getting quite tired of using now. This is the Benefit Ka-Brow Brow Gel, or like brow pomade, and I have mine in the shade number 3. So this is just a deluxe size sample, as you can see, but if you know brow pomades, you know that they move so slowly, and this one is no difference. I have hit pan on this one again. I have hit pan on it quite a few times actually. I hope you can see that on camera, but I do usually kind of try to remelt it down so that it's easier to use, and I will probably do that again, but I am just getting tired of this one because it's not the perfect shade match for me. It's a bit too warm, a bit too deep as well, and I feel like it's difficult now because it is a bit drier to make it look smooth. It looks quite chunky in the brows, and honestly, like, it's fine just staying at home and like being on Zoom calls and things like that, but if I was going out or going to work, I don't think I would enjoy wearing this every single day, because it is not kind of the best formula, and I feel like I have changed my preferences for my brows now. When I film also, I do normally do the soap brow technique, although I didn't do it today. So doing that also means that I use this less, but I have used this quite consistently over the past month. I have 23 uses out of it, with 30 uses in total, so I have definitely done better this month than I did in the first month. But again, I'm just getting tired of using it, and I did actually not reach for this one today because I just couldn't be arsed to like fiddle with this one and make it look good, because that's kind of what I have to do on an everyday basis. But yeah, I'm going to continue working on it, but it might be that I call this quits before it's actually completely empty. But I'm going to give it a little bit more time before I end up doing that. So moving on, I'm going to jump into kind of my eyeliners in this project. I have two that I'm currently working on. The first one is this one right here, which I have mentioned before. I'm not sure what brand this is. I got this for my mom because she wasn't using it, but it just says makeup liner on it in the shade 02. And this right here is how much I have left of it, and it's just this kind of, I'm hoping you can see that, it's just a silvery kind of white shade. It isn't white per se, it's more of a kind of sheeny silver on the waterline, and it's not very opaque, but I do enjoy using this, and I do use it mainly on my waterline or in my inner corners, although I haven't really been having to use that anymore because I've been using one of my Super Shock shadows in my inner corner, so it's already that kind of, not sticky, but like kind of moist texture, so I don't really have to put this one on underneath, which I have been doing sometimes with my powder eyeshadows, so that I've been getting a little bit less use out of this one recently. But I've used this 11 times over the past month, for a total of 28 uses, so that's pretty decent. But I'm a little bit disappointed by my progress, and I'll just show you that now on my piece of paper. So I'm hoping you can see there that that is where my progress lines are. So that is where I was when I started, that is the first update, and you can see my progress line now. So as you can see, my progress isn't the best, especially since I didn't use it down kind of many fewer times than I did in the previous months. But I think part of that is because I haven't used it in my inner corners, like I've explained. I mainly used it on my waterline, and I feel like I use it less that way. So yeah, I feel like there is still quite a few months left of this product. I feel like that's the problem with me and eyeliners, they move so slowly. But yeah, I'm excited to work on it, and although it isn't my favorite thing to reach for, but it is something that I can easily incorporate in like an everyday routine if I just remember to reach for it, because it's something that I don't really have anything else for at the moment in my kind of rotation. Next up, we have the second eyeliner that is in this project, and it is my kind of rolling Colourpop cream gel liner that is in at the moment, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the year and this project, my Colourpop cream gel liners are drying out a bit, so I want to kind of rotate them through in this project, and the one that I'm currently working on is the shade Zulu. So I am actually wearing Zulu today in my waterline, and this is the 9th time that I'm reaching for it this month, so a decent amount, especially since it is more of a colourful liner, because as you can see, the colour matches the packaging there, so it is more of a kind of brighter tealish light green kind of color, I would say, or like a turquoise almost. I do really love this shade though, and I feel like it's been easier to incorporate in looks than I thought it would be. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you my progress on the paper. So as you can see, that is my progress. So it's actually quite similar to the progress on the other eyeliner, but again, I definitely have a long way to go, and I feel like I need to use this a bit more. Maybe even as a base or in my inner corners, things like that, and not just on my waterline, because I feel like I put it on my waterline, it does go much slower than kind of other ways of using it. But I'm excited to have some decent, or like at least visible progress on it, but it's gonna be in for quite a while. Then we have the final product that is in this project currently, and that is my lipstick of choice at the moment, and that is the Rouge Edition Velvet from Bourjois in the shade, I can never say this, but it is Flambourgeois, something like that. It's number 2. This one is going quite slow, but I'm definitely seeing some progress on it, and I have reached for it 10 times over the past month for a total of 24 uses. And the exciting part is, I'm not sure if you were able to pick this up on camera, I'm gonna see if I can actually do it now, but I've been kind of like twisting the wand around, and I can see it there. I can definitely see some windows starting to form. They're very, very slight, but they are there, which is exciting because that never really happened before. But there's still a ton of product in here, and I think this one will stick around for quite a while, which I'm fine with because it's a beautiful color. It's this kind of raspberry red kind of shade. I wouldn't say it's bright red when you first put it on. It's more that kind of raspberry color, but if you do build it up, it's more of a not quite red, but it's more of a deeper kind of raspberry reddish shade. So yeah, it is pretty, and I feel like it goes quite well with some neutral looks that I've been doing, but it is still more of a bold look, which is why I want to reach for it 10 times over the past month. And that, you guys, was all of the products that I currently have in this project. So no rollouts this month, which is a bit sad, but I did tell you at the beginning of the year this was going to be more of a long haul project. And at least next month I'm hoping to have one empty, which is going to be the Revolution foundation. So hopefully next month I will be able to roll something new in. And other than that, I really hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!